One love, y'all, because we're together. United, baby. Under one roof. Come on. In a house is ours. It's one love, y'all.
I want to welcome everyone to Constructive Talks, a place where you can sit back and have intelligent conversations without judgment. We believe that all experiences can have constructive outcomes because in every experience, there's a constructive lesson to be learned, which can be used to empower you and those around you towards a positive, constructive goal. Today's thought is, what are our dreams made of? Wow, I would say that's probably a tough one, right? Because we would have to reflect on our entire lives, even our lives that, well, the part of our lives that we forgot about, like when we were young kids or doing something, or during a time when we had something, a stressful event, or even we kind of remember the fun times all our lives, right? We might remember the stressful events, but at some point in time, they kind of get pushed back into our minds. But what we have to do first is think about everything that we've encountered all our lives. And we know our minds are like hard drives. They store information that we've forgotten about until something or an event makes us recall it, right? So I want you to think about it. I want us all to think about it for one moment. So I'm going to pause for reflection, a hot second. Why do you think we dream what we dream? Now, I'm not just talking about dreams that once we wake up, we forget about it or we don't recall it. I'm talking about dreams that cause you to want to do something with your life or not do something with your life. I'm talking about dreams that when you wake up, you feel enriched. You feel enthused. You feel depressed. You feel, what am I doing today? I don't even know. And that's kind of like a mental fog. That's what our dreams are made of, because that past day or that past moment that just passed is stored in our minds. And it could be recalled at any given time, this day, right now. It just takes an event to make it, come back to our present. Who do we have around us that we could think that probably affects our dreams in the present and past that we've stored away or we listen to when they talk, our groups? Think about that. Who speaks into us and we carry it either in our subconscious mind or in the front of our minds where we use it daily? Who do we allow in that private space to shape us? It might be online, like you're listening to now. It might be in the workplace. It might be a parent, a friend, a loved one, a coworker, a stranger on the streets. Because what we allow to get past our ears or our eyes, it sticks. Whether we like it or not, it sticks. And that's what our dreams are made of. Now, for those things that are stored in our mind, how much are positive? And I'm always talking about positive mindset, and I will forever, because that makes a difference in a person's life if it's productive, if it's enjoyed, if it's selfish accomplishments that make you feel good about helping others. And the word selfish, sometimes people can take that as a complete negative word, right? It's good to be selfish. Be selfish. Every chance you get, be selfish. But let it be a positive selfish where you meditate, you eat right, you exercise, you do nothing, sit back, and you fill your mind with things that are natural, not processed. When we look at those positive thoughts that we store, do they outnumber the negative? And can we control that balance? Let me ask everybody this. What do you do with positive thoughts? How do you make them part of your day or your night? You think we can control them in a manner to where we dream positive more than we ever dream? I'm gonna call it unknown dreams that we have a void in our minds, and it's really not computing anything. It's kind of silent and just exists. So I would ask for us to think about the negative ones. And I don't like talking about negative things ever. But I think if we shape this into a positive possibility or consideration, why do we need negative thoughts? Don't we trust ourselves once we've learned a lesson from a negative experience? Don't we trust ourselves to move forward and not have to store it because we've learned a positive lesson from it? This might sound corny, but once a tomato spoils in the refrigerator, I'm not going to let it stay in there so I can learn a lesson not to put it or allow it to stay in that long again. I'm going to throw it away. That might sound kind of corny, but I think it's relevant. We learned a lesson from that. We don't have to hold on to it. And I know that's changing a mindset. I know that's changing habits and the practice of your mental exercise. But I would, how do I want to say this? I don't want to challenge anyone because there's so many challenges out there. I would ask everybody listening to this, everyone listening to this, to, what word do I want to use? I would ask everybody, wow, you know what? And I'm going to keep this podcast just like this because everything I do live, and I don't edit a lot because I like everybody to have it raw from my thoughts. I would ask everybody that's listening to this to gradually turn the volume down on negative thoughts, negative, unselfish actions, habits, right? I know you might, how are you using the words unselfish? Yeah, because if it's not building you to be able to help others, then that's being unselfish. Be selfish every day. You know what? I'm going to exercise today. Why? Because it's going to help clear my mind. And it might get some of this fat off that I've been trying to get off a few years, a few months, a few days. You know what? I'm going to be selfish because I need to meditate and clear my mind because I got fog. It's foggy. I got too many thoughts that don't belong to me. I need to get my thoughts back and allow other people to handle their own thoughts. Because that's labor. That's work. That's mental exhaustion that we can do in an unconscious manner. So that's what I'm talking about. What are our dreams made of? Are they made of us, our aspirations, our motivations, our mental exercises, us trimming the fat from our minds? Or are they made of stuff? So when I say stuff, I think of things, just for me, everybody has their own stuff in their mind and things they deal with daily. I would say stuff is things that are irrelevant. And if I sat down and thought about it, I have no dog in that fight. I have no say in the outcome of that. I just automatically involved myself and my thoughts in it. Stuff. So I say identify this stuff and turn the volume down on it. Let the originator or the source of the stuff handle its own stuff. And one of the things I would love for us to do, and it takes time, call our minds to focus on more positive than negative. I heard something a long time ago, right? And it stuck with me for a long time. The statement was, stop it before it starts. And most people might be like, huh? Stop it before it starts. And you know how we do that? Based off of those experiences that we've had and lessons learned. We can see it and we stop it before it starts and not allow it to become a negative thing. Now, I don't want us to put that on blocking people out of our lives because sometimes somebody can speak some good stuff into us, or stopping events because it might end up negative. No, you control what you do. You have full control of what you do every day. Every day. You're your own best resource every day. So when we get those times where we're allowing someone or something to speak into our minds, I want everybody to do this right here. Let's make this part of this YouTube channel. I was listening to a man talk a long time ago, a few years. Let me not make it sound like it's been forever, because it hasn't. It's been maybe 4 years. And the gentleman's name was Neely Fuller. And he said, no matter what you do, listen to what's being said, think about what's been done or said, and only speak if you have something constructive to say that's going to help others. I think that goes into one of the verses, hey, speak slowly, right? And I say that because that's a process of stopping it before it starts, where we can identify things that we can use in a selfish way to help others, to help ourselves be better. We got a lot of people out here, making money off of folks talking about, career coaches and et cetera, et cetera. And I give a shout out to them, helping people be better people. But one thing I want us to know, we're our own best resource if we just pause for a minute and identify what we're allowing to speak into us. What are we taking with us to our dreams? What are we taking with us as the night or the day, if you work night shift, as the day gets silent, as the stars rise, the moon glows, the breeze whispers in our ears. What are we about to take to our dream? We hear the birds chirping, see the life of nature outside our windows. What are we taking to our dreams? Are our dreams even ours, or do they belong to everything and everybody else? I want us to think about that for a moment. Turn that volume of those things and that stuff going on in your mind down to zero and gradually bring it back up until you get to a level that's comfortable for your soul in a manner to where you can have self-directed thought. It takes a while. It takes a long time. But pace yourself. You're okay. You're your own best resource. You can do this. We can do this together. We can do it. So what I want everybody to take away today is listen, think, and only speak if you have something constructive to say that helps other people. Now, what you have to say need to be researched. So don't be echoing what somebody else told you. Do your research before you open your mouth. On that note, that's the thought of the day. What are our dreams made of? I want to thank you for coming out and having me, speak to you for a moment and sharing my time and your time together and doing something constructive. And thank you for coming to Constructive Talks. I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow, and have a wonderful day, evening, and night. Goodbye.